Just like sets fire to the loincloth.
I just bully kill loincloth.
Yeah.
Okay, just for the fun.
I use lay on hands on.
You
Magnus.
can't. You need
before
the rest for that, don't you?
before Super gets back
No, I
up,
still have one.
Ah, right, yeah, he didn't spend
How
2.
many times can you fucking cast that?
He's got 5
Still
hit
have
points
one lay
worth.
on hands.
And he
Yeah,
spent
and I
3,
spent
and then
4.
1, and now he's got 1 left, and he spends that now.
Yes. And then when he wakes up, I said, "I hope you learned something today."
That was fucking fun, lads. Let's do it again.
Doesn't Bjorna have 10 hit points because he's a level 2 paladin? It's 5 times your paladin level. Yeah. So he has 10 hit points. He can use.
That might be true. I leveled up.
Yeah. You're level 2. So you have a pool of 10 hit points.
Yeah, well, he's
Right,
not getting any more. Fuck him.
Aye, we'll do it again another time. For now, let's get back, get some well-deserved drinking in.
I seem to recall somebody saying they're buying.
Alright, I would have remembered this, so I'm
Quartermaster.
gonna call back to it before we go too far. With the heads thing, I was told to chop off heads. I chopped off one.
Yeah, you
Were
can
we
chop off the
rushing out
rest.
of
Was it a Nothic's head?
Yeah, it was the Nothic's head.
Right, get like a couple of the ogre heads and then just, because basically
Well, I'm saying,
we're going to get some
after we
proof
saw
that we've
all the
killed them.
goblins, did we rush out?
I
Because I
think
would have only gotten one of the ones downstairs. I can get all the ones
Goblin.
upstairs, but, like,
No, we've got a Nothic head. We're going to
Yeah, you
get
could
like
get a
a couple
spider
of
head
the
if you
ogre.
wanted, but other than that, you just got the Nothic head, and then there's the goblins and the ogres. And
well, I
the
mean, if we could take our
Aurelians.
time leaving after we saw the horde of, there was only 9 goblins or whatever, but after we saw them, I was just wondering if we rushed out and I didn't get any more than that one Nothic head, or whether I just went ahead and got them all.
No, you got the Nothic head, and that's it. Everything
We only
else...
wanted one head, so that's fine.
Yeah.
do we really?
You
Do we
would
really
hire
need
to kill
heads?
Nothics, so it won't do much
We're
good.
just going to bring it back and say we found these as well, but they're dead.
Yeah, but do
And we'll
we
just tell them about the spiders, I guess, because we can.
do we really need heads for these
Maybe
guys?
there's some web stuff
they don't.
to Magnus.
Just
See,
I'd rather prove that we killed them than leave it ambiguous.
what is only Millie knows who the Nothic are.
Yeah.
Like the character, what the Millie only knows who the Nothics are.
Yeah, only you
Didn't
know
you already
what they
rest
are.
Yeah.
or whatever?
I said cut them off because we're going to take them back to ask what they are. That was told.
you haven't explained it to
Because you
me.
haven't told me what they
Yeah,
are.
exactly. Like, I'll just keep this to myself.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Captain,
Whatever.
Captain,
Well,
why does
regardless,
my
we have a
head
head
hurt?
now. It doesn't matter.
Ogres will do that to you, lad. Let's go.
Before
What
we
ogre?
head off, can I suggest we take a long rest?
The ogres, we were hired to kill. Yeah, you fought well.
Well, we'll get a long rest on the way back, won't we?
What? Oh.
Do you remember
We
being
should
hired to
rest
kill the
inside
ogres?
the
Aye.
cave, but yeah. we
Yeah,
can get a
yeah,
rest.
but I remember being in the woods.
Mm-hmm. And now we're outside a cave where the ogres were in.
Oh. Did I fight bravely, Captain?
Oh, aye.
Oh. I'm so glad to hear you say that.
Oh, yeah, don't get all soppy. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Don't be so brushing it off.
Sorry, Captain. Sorry.
Nice.
Don't worry about it. You get an extra drink.
Right.
Oh, no, wait, you don't drink.
So I don't know if I can carry all the heads, but yeah, I'll divvy it up to the party.
I guess we can just take like
We've
the
got
ogre
wagons.
ass. We can take
we
the
have
ogre
wagons, alright.
ass.
I can't carry anything.
How big's an
minus
ogre
2
head?
strength.
I
How
imagine
big is an
it's
ogre's
like,
head?
Like
Big.
the size of a pumpkin.
like a.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I wanna-
I can't carry that.
I want to
That
try
seems
and get
small,
my
I feel
head
like.
through its windpipe and look out of its mouth.
I would think it'd be like this around like a.
Yeah, you could do that.
size.
There is no way that's fitting. Not even close.
You couldn't pick up an ogre's head. I'm going to go, as he tries, I'm going to sort of go over and push the head out of his hand and just give him a small shake of the head.
I mean, technically, because you told me to get the heads, I would. But I mean,
Yeah.
surely you would have thought that taking ears would be proof enough, right?
Torberg's just got an obsession
Nothing's
with
don't
him.
have ears to start with. Nothing's
Well,
don't
I mean,
have ears.
the ogres and the goblins. The
If you
goblin
wanna
ears,
be
for
morbid,
sure. Goblins would be
technically,
standard.
We don't
you
want
can-
the goblin heads. I just said get, like, an ogre head. We only
You
need
can't
to prove
take
to
a
kill
head
that
without
ogre.
killing the owner. You can't really take a head without killing the owner, unless
we
it's
get an
like
ogre lion
a
too?
hydra.
Hydra.
Yeah, but we're not fighting hydras.
We could get an ogre on, yeah, I suppose.
Cut off one head.
The
Two more shall
infinite
take its
Hydra
place.
bounty. Look, I
Alright,
killed
so we have
another
three heads then. We
Hydra.
have an ogre lion, an ogre, and a.
Yeah, it just comes out with 23 heads. There were a lot of
You just
hydras.
like locked a hydra up in your basement and you're taking a head every day for the reward money.
The trick to fighting hydras, and I'll see if I can find the comic later, is
Fight
eventually,
Hercules.
Eventually, it has so many heads it can't support its own blood pressure, and then it's therefore just out. And then you're good.
Nice.
That assumes you're surviving till that point, though.
Yeah.
We head back to Haven, I think.
Yeah,
Alright.
no one talking like it's on the way.
So you guys start on the road back to Haven. You sort of travel along, you know, the various mercenaries looking after you as you travel. The baggage wagon's full of the random bits of supplies you found in the cave, the heads, and a good spirit for doing a good job of slaughtering monsters, like that one that
Do we
was
get
just
a long
crying
rest?
over his friends.
Can I sell that?
Well, you bed down for the first night of your long rest, and
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. I'm gonna need. Look,
Oh,
we have enough
lovely.
people. We'd say probably 2 people to a night watch. Let's
I'll take watch.
do a quick roll.
I'll take second.
Is anyone not going to take watch for any reason?
I'm not going to. I'm
I'm
noble.
gonna
I need.
rest.
You're
I need-
not really the guy to do
I
it,
need
so.
heal.
Cool.
I am a noble. I need a bit
Yeah,
of sleep.
you need a beauty sleep, of course. Everyone else.
I look at
I
Mary.
refuse to be anywhere near Magnus.
Also,
Besides
how
that,
did you
Mary-
guys heal Magnus? Did you just bring him back with stabilization?
Hands did.
Lay on hands.
I'm
Lay on
Lay
hands,
on
right,
hands.
cool.
cutting
Okay.
out, so I can't hear what you said.
Spat on him.
Hang on.
I was just saying,
Sorry,
Mary.
1, 2,
I mean-
3, 4, 5, 6.
I can take most of the watch because I just
9,
need to transfer
10.
4 hours,
Same.
and then
True.
I can do a
but
watch. That's
We're
what I
seeing
do.
who two people, which two are on watch. So number 9, Mr. Torbrick, you're on watch, and Ryuju. There we are.
The captain's on watch.
So yeah, you two are on watch when this happens. Roll me a perception
If
check.
anything happens.
You guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you guys are all sort of sitting around the campfire. Oh my god!
Zero perception.
What the fuck?
Nice. We just spot him at the same time and look to each other and go, "Let's get him." I only need
Sure.
one eye.
I think, you know, for a
It's
moment,
because you have experience as a captain, you know, looking out in the ocean and stuff.
Yeah.
it's you sort of like sitting around the fire, you know, ready to look after.
Brilliant.
Maybe you're cooking yourself a little bit, something to eat, you know, some rations while you sort of wait. You know, you're relaxing and having a nice nap. Everyone else is sort of sleeping. The mercenaries are all, you know, looking after the baggage wagon. They've gone down and sort of slept in their bedrolls next to the wheels. When in the forest surrounding the road that you're camping on, you see quite clearly. Maybe it's like the sun. Sorry, the sun. The sun starts. No, the moon shines brightly. Your eyes pierce through the trees, and they're just horrific. They're making so much noise. They're stomping and clomping their way through. It's 6 of Skolder's thugs.
I'm Skolder, mate.
You mean Graven?
Graven, I think.
Skraven!
Skraven.
I literally have Skolder written in my notes. Why do I have this? I'm an idiot.
Canonically, yeah.
It's 6 of
All right, make it canon. I'm the
Skraven
bad guy.
thugs.
It's because it's Lord
Guys,
Shoulder,
it's-
you know.
Oh,
Guys,
God.
it's some of Skolder's. Guys, there's some of Skolder's thugs. Wait, I thought we
Personality.
Skolder's thugs.
Fuck, that's dumb.
I'm Torbrecht, who's Skolder. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm going to
so
cast False Light
Skraven's-
straight away.
And everyone
my
roll me
God.
initiative.
Oh,
As you see these thugs approach, they were going to try and ambush you, but there's no chance now.
so
You're
Everyone
we had a
just
long
the blue
rest.
one watch.
Your bright
I mean, we're going to wake everyone up, so.
Wow.
That's 2 ones.
Did we-
One?
Did we get the long rest?
Hopefully, else will one.
No,
Did we
you
get
have
enough
not
bonus?
gotten a long rest
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Interrupted. You know.
Have we got
Oh, this is gonna be
short
awkward.
rest?
These are some...
Of course,
Nope.
you know the standard less than 8. You know, of course.
has it been
I
4
saw
hours?
them
Wait,
on my spell slots.
How many facts there are?
I feel like we could have had a
6.
short rest, but...
No, you don't. The short rest is an
Of
its
course,
own
the one with
idea.
the
You don't get a
negative
short
1 on
rest
his
during a
initiative
long
is
rest.
18.
So have we had a long rest?
No.
Okay, so I'm at 8 health. Fuck.
Glad I saved that one spell slot.
I'm gonna get shivved again.
I'd like
No,
to know
please.
why
How many
we
did you say there were? 5.
6.
6.
What, were they just patrolling in the woods? Because I feel like we wouldn't be on the road just casually camping.
I mean, you can be on the side of the woods then. They still find you.
I mean, it's not as if we're hard to find. We've got a few wagons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess the wagons. Okay.
We're not hard to
And
track.
campfires and everything.
God.
I mean, only one of us really is camping.
I mean, natural 20. But then
Holy
straight up,
fuck
2 natural
my
20s,
initiatives.
followed by 2 natural 1s.
Well then.
19, 21, 11, 20. We're all dead. Well, 2 of us are.
At least I got the
So
false life off.
because we got the 20 on perception, can we like set up around where we are before we begin the initiative, like where we're going to be standing, since we would have gotten warning that they're coming?
You can choose where you
Would
are.
he been able to relay it to us?
Everyone else is
choose where we are
asleep
at the beginning.
at this point.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
we
have
have time to
don't
wake
take
you
it
up,
back.
and that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like this is like your actions. You're basically everyone else is going to be waking up as the bandits arrive. So hang on, has everyone put their initiative in?
I'd say with a natural 20, we'd have
Oh,
seen
wait, I need to put
far
it
enough
in.
back that we can wake
I
people
mean,
up.
I
You
already
seem
put
far
mine-
enough back,
mine
but
in.
it's not.
Oh, okay.
Everyone isn't ready. Like you've just like done the done the shout. You've kicked people. You've shaken them awake. They're awake, but they still need to get up, grab their weapons, or do whatever they're doing.
Okay.
Basically, they're still prone. Has everyone put their initiative in? It's all good.
And how far off are the foes? Are they like 60 feet?
Yeah, probably about 60 feet.
Well, 60 feet is the limit of the dark vision, so I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say 60 feet. That's fair enough because you spotted them pretty much immediately.
How
I
dark
think
is
she'd be
it?
less happy about getting knifed during her sleep, Flaris.
Yeah, it's an ambush by screaming thugs. None of us are happy. Except maybe Magnus, if he's in that state.
Well, on the plus side, if he keeps sending his thugs out and they slowly die off, it'll be less inside the town when we go out.
Well, that assumes none of us slowly die off at the same time.
Well then. Okay, so
none
Banditos
of us
3 and
can
4
fight
act first. They're going to run 30 feet. Actually, let's get this quick set up, just because we should probably know where everyone's sitting. So everyone just like seat yourself around a campfire. Torbrick and Griadra, you guys can sit wherever you want, because you of course have the little advantage.
Alright, well, hang on, let's get in.
Here,
There's a fire for you.
Oh yeah, I was about to do something with that too.
Oops. Instead of searching for pirate, I accidentally searched for spider pirate, and now I'm terrified.
Oh shit.
The road is to the right? East?
One Piece probably has a spider pirate.
The road is east to the right?
Yep.
Okay, then I would be over this way then.
There's so many
I'd
dead
be looking
bodies.
away from the fire so as to not ruin my
I'm
sight.
trying to find like a good. Also, one weird thing.
Just
with,
use like
Are they
Jack.
dressed up like pirates?
Just use like Jack
Maybe.
Sparrow or something.
They're dressed up like pirates. Where's he going to get a pirate hat out here in the Scorch?
from your head.
Well, they have a tailor.
Mine is like the only one in the world at this point.
As they're running, as the thugs,
Effectively, it's the only one in the Scorch.
as the thugs run towards us, one of them shouts, "Prepare to be mortared."
Of course it does. Oh no.
I shout back, "Give no quarter!"
Give no water.
Quarter.
Give me the water, yeah.
Hoist the colours.
All right.
Run out the main jib, ready the cannons, prepare the ballista. Pose test.
Pose
That's how
testicles.
Tobrick wakes everyone up. He's essentially switched into auto captain pilot.
Auto captain pilot. That's a word.
Well, it is now.
All right. How far across we got? We got 60 from the campfire. So yep, there we go.
Alright, let's see.
I'll say 30 within you, because of course it's the range. So there you go. They moved to 30.
Oh, great. 5 foot farther than I can run.
Oh, dwarves.
It's better to prep anyway, and that means they
Good thing
can't
I've got an
move.
Eldritch
If you
Blast
stay-
that ranges 120 feet.
Yeah, I mean, if you stand where you stand, it means that they wouldn't be able to reach you, or you could just stand out of their reach.
Mm-hmm.
You could prep the same way that they are, kind of thing.
It got to hush.
Attack. Or I could just sit here and shoot
My
them
steam
with
just
my
went off.
1d10.
Oops. Okay, so there we go. That's so Banditos. Hang on, these ones are moving back here. Schmloopin' boopin'. They're 60 feet back, so 30 feet back from you. 3 and 4 are going to dash
There's only one
forwards
rank that counts for anything in the wilderness, and it's captain.
and pull crossbows, firing in them at Torbrick.
Ow. I'll be right.
Oh, there's a hit.
Well, that's a hit and a miss.
It's hit or miss.
That's 6 damage.
Okay, I take 1 damage, and my temporary hit points are gone.
Oh, you didn't roll perfectly high for once. All right.
I rolled low.
Bandito's 6 is going to move up. Just to imagine that these guys are usually act before you, but it's all fine. Anyone on the edge is 60
I like how
feet
they're
away.
instantly aggressive.
Well, they're screaming as thugs.
They're here to kill us.
They are sent
Well, I
to
mean,
kill you.
well, I mean, I'm saying like that they knew who we were instantly when we saw the first.
They might have seen us before.
Pretty sure they might
They've
have
been
just killed
following
anybody.
us. They
Besides,
know
how
who
many-
we are.
How many mercenary bands have a half-orc, a tiefling, a banded pirate dwarf?
They have
And
the
the number.
advantage on you. They are still launching an attack just because you spot them. Like they know where you are. They've seen you, or they've followed you, or they've somehow located you, and they've gone, "Okay, we'll attack them at night," and then they've gone and done that.
Why would they even attack us at night? Presumably they're all mostly
They're humans, yeah.
and we have a
Hopefully
lot
you're
of
Yeah,
people
asleep.
with
they
night
can't
vision.
see,
Yeah, they're true. They're gonna have a rough time
so
seeing.
they're disadvantaged
They'll be able to
with
see
their
the
attack
cameras.
rolls.
Except you're in the campfire that you've just drawn.
Yeah.
Well, Tolbrick wasn't.
Well, hang on. It's night.
But that fire's
That's
gonna.
just, you said we're gathered around the campfire, so I drew a campfire so that
Yes.
everyone could gather around it rather
Well,
than
because
just laying
because
everywhere.
sleeping, like people sleep that sort of thing, and also you guys would definitely have multiple fires with the amount of people you have with the mercenaries as well.
True.
They would indeed carry torches, but they're not going to light them until they're actually in combat because they want to be sneaky, and they think they can get a bigger advantage by coming at night than they're just rushing in at day when you're all awake and not sleeping. The problem is they've been
It's not
spotted,
wrong.
right? Anyway, so Bendigio 6 is going to act. Okay.
Do the same thing, I imagine.
Wow.
What?
What the heck?
Torbrick, you take
That's-
8 damage as 4 bolts fly out of the darkness and strike you.
1 in
Wow.
256.
That was terrible.
You
That
should
was
be playing
real
that
bad.
thing.
Like, that could
I
have
think it's
been, what,
256.
4, 8, 12,
Very
Half the
Rimmy-
damage, just the
16. That could have been
modifier.
20 damage, and instead it was 8.
It's a wizard with a level 2 magic missile. We're in
Rimmy,
trouble.
Fuck me.
Please
That was
don't gamble
terrible.
anyway anymore.
Alright,
It
and
was.
1 and 2 are
Yeah,
going to
1 in
act,
256 chance.
and they're gonna run forwards. They're gonna curve around a little bit like this, and they're gonna fire at Griaju. 2 crossbows. Assume a 10 doesn't hit. The answer's no.
No, it doesn't.
A 10 does not
No.
hit.
There's no way in hell a 10 hits.
Okay.
Unless you will
Unless you have no armor
and a negative
zero
dexterity modifier.
dexterity.
And
Well, that's
zero,
a zero
right?
dexterity.
But Jonar, your turn.
10 wouldn't hit me.
So I get up because I was lying down, wasn't I?
Yep.
Right
Your
over your
armor
back.
is off. Your weapons are probably nearby, but you haven't got them on you.
What? I'm not wearing my armor. That's bullshit. I'm a dwarf.
Do
I
you
always wear my
sleep
chainmail.
in armor? No, you don't.
You
That's
would on the road.
Sure.
Yes, you would.
No,
Yeah, you
you
sleep in
cannot.
that.
If you guys are sleeping in armor, you guys are not getting a full night's rest. There's no way you sleep in full armor. That is horribly
It actually
uncomfortable.
I'm just
depends.
wearing a. I'm just
It
wearing
actually
a chainmail.
depends on the armor. Some
True.
armor is
Gmail is
actually
pretty
fine.
uncomfortable.
Chainmail
Yeah,
is
you can't sleep in
definitely
heavy armor.
impossible. If you wanted to sleep in like padded cloth or like leather, maybe leather's starting to get towards it. Leather's still tough armor. Leather is like solid sheaths of leather, right? It's not something you just
Yeah, but
sleep
you're,
we're
in.
on the road.
you're still going to bed down in that. You're not going
sleep
to
in armor
strip
for
off.
just this reason. Like over the
Indeed.
time, over a period of several weeks, yeah, it would impact your rest, but not over like 3 days.
It definitely would. You're not just going to get an easy
No,
night's
it
sleep in
wouldn't.
armor. That's my ruling.
I mean, put
it's
them in
it's
trance.
affecting you. Like if you're doing this, you're going to take levels of
Alright.
like fatigue in effect because
You're
you're
ruling.
not getting
Yeah.
proper sleep. If you're
You're the
if you
DM, it's
can.
ruling.
Anyone who's awake.
I'm not going to
No,
argue
it's
with you.
fair.
You're the
No,
DM,
no.
it's your ruling.
No, it's fair enough.
Okay.
How much do I have to spend to don my armor?
I believe the ruling is you can put
To
on
don your armor, it's a
pieces.
chainmail. It takes like 10 minutes to don.
True, but you can put
It would
on
take
bits and
longer than this
pieces of
fight.
armor, right?
It takes 10 minutes to put on
You
heavy
can put
armor.
on single amounts of AC. I'll just I'll pull it up real quick to check that out.
That's-
But you can always grab a shield or something. There's like doesn't even have to own one. You can just use a shield around the camp because there's the mercenary shields as well. Apart from that, yeah, I'm trying to check. Donning and doffing armor. See that one.
It's 10 minutes for heavy armor,
3,
5 minutes
7.
for light medium armor, 1 minute for light armor. It's one action to pick up a shield.
There you go.
And
Uh,
it's round 6 seconds or 10 seconds?
6.
6, so that's 10 rounds, even for light armor.
for light armor. It's 100 rounds for heavy armor.
Yeah.
It's not happening, is it? We're not prolonging this.
No, we
I
just
just put on leather armor. Though.
We just have to stall them for 100 rounds while everyone puts their armor on.
Okay, so I'm naked, by the way.
Okay.
You all are.
Lovely.
This gnome sleeps
you're not-
naked.
Oh, naked.
Your guy wears
Yeah.
clothes anyway. He doesn't wear armor, so that makes no difference.
Oh yeah, but properly naked.
He's just
That
naked
is
for
how
no
this
reason.
gnome sleeps.
Okay, so I want to get up and throw a javelin at them,
Okay.
if I can do that.
Yeah, you certainly can. Like, you can just run nearby, grab a javelin, and toss it at him.
Yep.
Alright, give me that roll. That is a miss, unfortunately. Yeah, the javelin just sticks in the ground
Who are you
beside them.
throwing it as the question.
Actually, that's a... Sorry, you got dark vision, don't you? Yeah, you do, so never mind.
Yes,
Oh,
I
he's a
do.
dwarf, yeah.
Sorry, and it doesn't really matter, they're all in the same armor. But,
What, even the wizard?
no, sorry, she's not in armor. She is in... I guess just a cloth robe of sorts. Although she's in adventuring clothes, but she's trying to hide the fact that she is a wizard. So she's not just wearing like a blue robe.
Well, I
and
mean,
a
by
fucking
casting a
pointy
spell,
hat.
you've sort of blown that, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, the point is to not be spotted immediately. But yeah, I guess she's cast a spell. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? She's a wizard. You've seen the bolts of force come from her hands.
Yeah, well, I would like to try and get the wizard because they're usually the most dangerous ones, even if I didn't
Well, still a miss.
say it, though. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, 11's not going to hit much. I should use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke.
Can you help us?
Yeah, that's
range?
my-
I thought that was a
You can do it at any range,
cool.
I think.
All right. I thought it was a.
but it's
melee
too late
thing.
now.
Yeah, it's a.
It is much too late now.
That's my turn, I guess.
Alrighty, who's up
Yeah.
next?
I will look up
Torga.
see what the range is.
I would like to throw out a fairy fire.
Yep.
60 foot.
So it says a 20-foot cube. So I think if I hit like here-ish, where it'll hit these three,
Yeah, it'll definitely hit
It's
those
about-
three.
that's the most I
yes,
can
yeah.
plausibly get.
Cool. So fairy fire
Um,
lights these up.
They make a dex base.
So that should help the lighting situation somewhat. They get dex saving throws to not have advantage on.
They make a dex save, and if they fail, every attack has advantage for the duration.
And then, yeah, so if they fail
Okay,
a dex save,
so one
they're
fails, I
outlined
think.
in light.
What's your
Yeah.
DC?
14.
Yeah, so one fails. All right.
Yeah,
so
that's
we'll
great.
roll to see which one fails. 1, 2, 3. It is the wizard that fails. The wizard now has an advantage against her. So can you just post me the? Can you click the spell? Show me the. What do you call it? The description of it.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Any creature in the area, when the spell is cast, is outlined in light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, objects and creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected object or creature can't benefit from being visible.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Each object. Oh, okay, right. So each object. Okay, right. That's all cool. So it basically just lets you see lots of different things. Yes, there is now dim light in a 10-foot radius from this area. The wizard is glowing as well, and she's clearly got an outline easy to hit and strike. And that's it.
well, I was gonna say, is it possible for me to throw in a cantrip there, or is that like the entirety of my?
No.
You can cast a spell as a bonus action, the cantrip as an action, but not the
What was that? Could I cast Fairy Fire as a bonus action, and then a
Yeah.
cantrip as my regular?
Fairy Fire is an action to cast.
Yeah, fuck. Okay. Well, can I just like kick some dirt onto the campfire or something then? Just so we're less visible?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then I'll
Um,
pick up my stick.
Give me a quick dex roll.
Dirt kicking roll.
Dex. Just to see how well the fire's put out. If you probably just quench the fire, or if it's you're still working on
The fire gets brighter.
it. You kick a stick into it and it catches it. You kick your fucking grease. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you put the
15.
You
Oh,
cover up the
poor
fire.
Magnus.
You put the
Yes.
fire out. And now all the humans might be blind. Although they're not going to be blind if they attack the enemy, because the enemy is clearly outlined.
There's
So,
only one.
Millet, your turn. As you wake up,
So
they're disrupting your beauty sleep.
I wake up completely angry, and I strike the first person that's the most irritating for me, and it's the glowing wizard.
Peter attacking.
Nice.
It would be.
Well, to be fair, if it wasn't for that, she would probably hit you, but she did glow bunker, but she decided that the most glowing one is the most irritating, so just going to cast on the wizard.
Of course.
If not for the fairy fire, she would probably hit the glow bunker. But anyway, she's hitting the wizard.
Yep, and that's firebolt. That's a hit.
And
Roll me your damage. 7 damage.
Nice lot.
Okay, she is barely alive as this firebolt strikes her and like burns half her cloth off. You know, her skin blisters underneath and she cries out in pain.
They're 25 foot away. I can get up to them. Lovely.
Oh, there too. Hang on, I actually meant that they moved 35 feet away because their things have enough range.
Yeah, you said they were 60 foot away. They moved 30 foot.
I'm joking. I'm joking. They're not going to game you.
I'm not running up to them. I've got 4 health.
That's a good point. You can just Eldritch Blast. Anyway,
Yeah.
Clawbunken.
Although I could do a lot of damage by getting up to them.
Clawbunken.
Alright. I'm just gonna...
Grease lightning.
No, I don't have any more spell slots. I'm just gonna chill touch the wizard. I've got advantage, right?
Yep.
What have we been saying about chill touching? You can't do it. Ah, that's a hit. Roll me
A
damage.
fine hit.
Yep, so
was
HR has a
my-
problem with you as you chill touch this woman to death. And she just... she's like, chill touch is necrotic, so yeah, she shrivels up and dies. Her burnt flesh turning black as she falls to the floor.
Sucks to be her.
Well
Dibs.
then.
I'm
Wait,
going
what?
to spit violently.
Bandito
I'm going
5.
to laugh as loud as I can.
Bandito 5 is going to hang back. Wait, hang on, was it Bizzle? You laughed?
I laugh as loud as I possibly can.
Perfect. Bandito
Seeing her
5,
shrivel and
hanging
die.
from far back, is going to fire a very large crossbow at you. Does an 11 hit?
Do you have 12? More than 12 decks?
Bizzle?
Bizzle.
Okay.
Bizzle?
Wait, so when you have
He's
no
dead.
armor, just it's your
yeah, I
actual
do.
dex stat, not your modifier.
You add
I
your
got
dex
13
on.
decks.
It's your dex mod.
Okay,
Dex
so
got
you are
one
hit
dex.
then.
It's
Right.
10 plus your dex mod is your armor.
Where's your fucking
Oh,
character
yeah,
sheet?
yeah,
I've
yeah,
lost
sorry.
him. Here he is.
So without armor, I
Yeah,
lose
your
one
armor cast is
AC.
11. So yes, he does strike you. And he deals...
I nearly have as much dex as my armor class.
A lot of damage.
7 damage as a heavy bolt
I'm
sticks into
predictably
you.
down again.
You only had like 1 hit point.
I had 1 health.
Yeah, well, you barked a laugh. He shot at you. He punished you for it. And this
It's
guy...
like whack-a-mole.
This guy is not affected by the darkness. Maybe
He's
I
an
think
This
Torbert can see. Yeah, he's an elf.
Actually, can I see? That's a good question.
Yeah. Yes. Cool.
He's within 50. He's within 60 foot.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, just doing Titus. Magnus, your turn. It's
Oh.
pitch black. There's some illuminated people on the other side of the camp. You have no fucking clue.
The
what's
one
going
on
on.
the
It's not.
right.
She's dead.
Oh,
the-
but
what-
does the fairy fire itself emit light?
It does when it hits objects.
I mean,
Oh,
the
no,
objects
no,
are
the
lit. I mean,
forest, so
I'd
a
say
tree.
blades of grass are
So the
objects.
Isn't there like a
trees, yeah.
tree or a rock or something?
Yeah, everything's
Pretty sure her
glowing.
corpse will still be alive, but bright as well.
We're in a void. There's nothing around.
You're also on 1 hit point.
Yeah, I know. So you see the bottom one.
Yep.
Roll me a dex save.
Okay. $12.
That succeeds on the dex save of 12, doesn't it?
What's the save?
If the DC
12.
is 12, it succeeds.
Because, you know,
For
I
what?
suck.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Sacred Flames,
The save was 12 and
Ah.
you made it 12.
Okay, right, yeah, for the Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me the damage. That's a hit on the guy below.
It was a Sacred Flames dex save of 12, and then just radiant light beams on you.
Yeah.
So because you
If
passed the dex
if you
save,
pass the save, then
no
you don't
damage.
take no damage.
Take no damage. Wait, so why did you roll it?
Oh wait, no.
Is it a hit
went
and
on
a
behalf of
save?
it.
Hang on.
No, it's not to hit. You don't have to
No,
roll
that-
it to hit. It's just a
That's just because it's
save.
messed up in there.
Right, I was wondering why you were rolling.
I think
to
he was
hit.
trying to show it.
That was,
He was
that
trying
was
to
a
show you
touch
so you could-
confusing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you just press Sacred Flame, it gives you the save, and then the damage as well. If I fail, all good. Yeah, no, he avoids it. He dives out of the way as radiant light strikes the ground behind him. Dorbrick.
Ow! Now I've got to decide whether to hit them back or cast False Life again and just try and keep myself alive. Yeah, I'll just cast False Life, I think. Could use some more hit points.
Killing is the best defense.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does that cost you
That's another 7 hit
a
points.
slot or something, or are you still got slots
No.
left? Jesus.
At will. It's an
Alright.
invocation. I cast it at first level. At will.
That's impressive. It's
good.
Gruju, your turn.
I suppose I'd move back a bit as well. Sort of hold the line.
Yep.
Well, once their wizard went down, we did have like a substantial magical superiority.
Right.
We do.
Rage, hang on. It's your Rage's
Except
turn.
we-
What do you want to do? Torga.
Have no spell slots left.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
Pardon, what do you want to do?
What did I miss?
The enemies have attacked
just
us.
whiff spells.
Wizard's dead. Fairy fire is giving a bit of light, but the one at the top is still in darkness. And this guy is assumed to be 60 feet back, so he is still in darkness.
Who?
Griju is a half elf, isn't he?
Yeah.
Therefore, you
Because
have
you can see in
light
the dark.
vision. Therefore, you can see them all. Yeah, it's fine because there's moonlight.
All right. Let's see. Where's that spell? God damn it. It's 30 feet. Yes. No. Okay, who needs healing?
Glorbunkling, he's gone down.
Again.
Yeah, just leave him there.
Quite a few
I
people.
spend all of my time on the floor at this point.
To be fair, he only had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Wait, all right. So wasn't there one of us that had like spare health points because he found out it was a level 2 spell anyway? So
Yeah,
like,
Sugar.
It'll just mean Sugar's got 5 lay on hands points
on
left.
hand. Yeah, I was just curious if someone goes down, will they have those 5 points? Going to give them to themselves, or like are they just lost?
If they go down, he can't lay on hands himself.
Well, I'm saying, are they lost even if he gets back up? Can he?
Yeah,
Can
no,
he
he
get
can
back up and heal those
and-
last 5? Or
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, who's
It's
the
just a
healing
pool. He
word
can
for?
call him whenever. Glorbunkling.
Glorbunkling? Rightio. Glorbunkling stands back up with 6 HP.
Yay!
A lot of bloody healing. Nice. Glorbunkling, the
At the
pin
beginning of the
bag.
game, we thought that was going to be the problem because we didn't have a healer. We were worried about it. a little bit.
Zamus?
Hmm.
No, sorry, you still
Do any of them have
So,
bows?
Ruger, is there anything you want to do?
All of them have crossbows.
No.
Alright. Zamus, your turn.
And this one has a heavy crossbow.
I shoot at the guy with the heavy crossbow with my own longbow.
Alright, cool. Give me that roll.
Pray I don't fuck up like every other time. Fuck.
That's a miss.
Oh, oh, I don't have an advantage because I
You
have
shouldn't have
That's
prayed.
no.
That's the problem.
Alright.
So
Well,
can
I go
the,
back to be
the humans not see us?
No.
That means we have advantage on attack rolls against the humans.
Yes.
The one at the
Oh,
back's
yeah, I
an
guess-
elf, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Oh,
clarifying
okay.
that.
Yeah.
That one's an elf. He can see in the dark. But I imagine Torbrick would have shouted, "Kill the pointy ears."
Maybe you have. Adrian, your turn.
Okay, can I see the one in the back with dark light vision?
You've got 60-foot range on
Oh,
your
6
dark
foot
vision.
range, so no.
Oh, okay.
You can move and
I-
then see him? Or just shoot
I
one
don't
with
want to get
advantage.
closer. Yeah, I'm going to attack this guy with the longbow.
Alright. That's a hit. Roll me damage. You can re-roll if you
Roll
want
again just in case you crit.
Yeah, just to see if you crit.
Oh, okay.
Shout it in Dwarfish. Yeah, there's that.
Alright, yes, you strike an arrow into this guy and he drops, bleeding out.
Good.
Okay. Steinor.
Right. I guess I'll pick up my I'll sling my great sword over my shoulder. Pick up my sword and shield, and how far can I move? Let's see. I can go there. I will move to. I need to figure out what my range of my hand axes are actually. Do y'all know it?
Nope.
What? As a bonus action?
15 feet probably.
15 feet for a hand axe? That doesn't sound right.
I mean, it does, because 30 feet's a bit bloody far.
Hand axe is well, it says 20 and it has a /60. So what does that mean?
So disadvantage past 20.
20 and 60. All right. Well then, I don't think I'm gonna.
But if he throws it on one of the humans,
If you throw it at the
is it
humans,
just?
you already have advantage,
So
so
it's
it's
a
just a normal roll.
All right.
Well,
Yeah. So.
I don't think you'd be able to unless it's a bonus action.
Ah,
What
that's
do
a
you
good
mean?
point. Yeah, because you need to grab
You
your
pick
weapon.
up your weapon.
Picked up a weapon?
That's an action, and you move.
No,
Alright,
picking
well,
stuff
then-
up's a bonus, I believe.
Donning a shield is an action. It says in the book,
Yes,
unfortunately.
that's donning a
Alright.
shield. I'm not sure. Like, obviously that's an
Which
action.
he said he did.
Oh, well then there you go. That's your action.
Yeah, because I picked up my weapons pretty much and my
Cool.
shield.
All right, so you've got your shield on, but that's your action. Diamond, your turn.
Are any of the humans at the front in range, so if air heals phones them, they hit multiple targets?
What's it? You need to be within 5
Yeah,
feet.
it's 5-foot range.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. They're all. It's like the whole one was they sort of spread out. They're going to try and circle around, sort of, but they got caught before they could do that.
Next question is, if I used Hunter's Mark in the first fight last week, can I use it again by now? Considering I still got left because I didn't use another one.
Sorry, hang on,
Do
what?
you have a spell slot? Yes, if you can, you do. You can use it.
Yeah, if you have a spell slot, you can use it.
In that case, I'm going to Hunter's Mark this one
Righto.
and shoot him.
All right, give me that shot. You've got advantage. Wait, you're a yeah, you're a human. You still have advantage because there's a dim light there. That is a miss. Yeah, your arrow flies past and embeds in the ground past him. Right, banditos, turn and flee.
Boy. Good. They're going to have to run pretty
Do you want
far.
them to get away?
30 feet.
No.
30 feet.
Well, I'm a dwarf, so I can't really chase them.
They
If
Well,
I was
neither can I, but they can't outrun a bow.
If I was level
It's
2,
dark.
I could turn into a wolf.
Now
and
it is
run
dark, so they're going to turn back and they're going to fire their crossbows behind them as they run.
But I imagine it's disadvantage if we're not in the firelight.
Well, to be fair, if they're only moving 30 feet, we can follow them and keep attacking them.
Actually, if it's dark as well, they'll
Well
probably...
then, the first two completely miss, and Mr. Number 1 here, who was a little bit more forwards, is just going to dash away because he is too close for comfort.
I was about to say, if it's dark, they also have disadvantage because they can't, except for the
Oh,
others.
sorry, I was gonna re-roll them anyway, but
But
they
no
both
point.
missed. Yeah. Okay, so those two flee. And I'll try and differentiate them real quick. So these guys, that guy's dashed away up the top.
Once the lights go out, they're like, "Crap, we didn't think this through," and they ran away.
Well, they were hoping
No,
that
they're
you would
not-
still be sleeping, or at least they could take out the
Yeah, I
guards when
mean,
they approached.
As far as if we woke up and turned on all the lights, then they're
Cool.
They're not getting away.
Bajorna, your turn.
Let's see. How far
I
can
might
I
as well
throw
not
a
woken up,
javelin?
jeez.
I think it's like 60-foot max range. Actually, it might be 120 long range, but that's a disadvantage. Although it's at advantage because they can't see you. Because they're running away. And it's dark.
Well, the other thing I was thinking is, are they capable of running at full speed?
120 for
forest
javelin.
in the dark?
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
It's 30, 120, I think, for a javelin.
Yeah, 30 and 120.
So you can throw it, make a regular throw
Terrain. Let's see.
if you're attacking a human. Otherwise, it's at disadvantage. Make it a roll.
I can't get close enough to to do both. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my javelin at one of the humans. None of them are injured, right?
No.
If they're not within 60 feet, you can't see them.
Okay.
The heavy crossbow elf is within 60 feet, and the first two bandits are within 60 as well. The other one has just bolted, and he's out of your range. Sorry, out of your view range.
So against the elf, it's a disadvantage. Against everyone else, it doesn't matter.
Well then. Roll me some damage. 8, perfect. So yeah, you strike this one. He cries out in pain, but he's still going. He's like he's just basically decided to run at full pelt now that there's a javelin sticking out of him.
He took my javelin.
Sure.
Now he has to die.
And he's running with it. He tries to slot it in his crossbow to fire it back at you. A full javelin.
Stop,
Torga,
thief!
your turn.
You violated the law.
You violated me.
Well, I don't have any ranged weapons, and I can't run very fast. So, I guess I just go back to bed.
Make a cup of tea, sure. You bed back down. You know, you're having a nice dream about some elderberries.
I used druidcraft to relight the campfire, and then I go back to bed.
Oh, now the campfire's back. They turn back around and they're going to kill you now. Yeah, they've actually they're re-emboldened. No.
Okay.
The campfire
Guys, there's a
spikes
fire.
back up.
That's
Okay, fine.
They're just fireflies. They're just drawn to the fire. They're like, yay!
That's
oh
fine.
God!
Just means we no longer have advantage because it's I suppose if they're running away, they're not really looking at us. So
It's fine.
You'll lose advantage if your fire goes back on.
I mean, honestly, they would have to make a movement again. Like, we're gonna get a turn in between. We could just move away from the fire and be in between the fire and them, and then he could just.
they'll see you outlined against the fire.
Well, no, if you're up to the side. I mean, not directly in front of the fire, obviously.
What's the range of the fire? The light of the fire?
Alrighty.
Pretty big.
Like 30 feet?
Look, it's Malay's turn. What do you want to do?
Fire, I guess. Whatever.
What's the range on your firebolt?
220.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Well,
You're
120.
120.
120.
But if they're not within 60 foot, you're at
Yeah,
disadvantage
exactly.
because you can't see them in the dark.
So
you
I
can
can
move
move
30
like here.
feet and then attack.
Yes. Okay, so Millie moves slightly mumbling to her, saying, "You dare to wake me up in my sleep? You're going to die. There is no running away from me now." And she's going to cast.
You all thought I was fucking crazy.
She's going to cast on the one that was pierced by javelin. She sees him with javelin in his back, so she's gonna fire.
Give him the business.
Take down that fucking javelin thief.
That is a hit. Yep. Oh no, sorry, just a miss. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
Sorry. His AC is 15, not 14.
As she fires, I yell, "Watch the javelin!"
Yeah, maybe she
Javelin
misses,
is
and the firebolt sparks, cracks the shaft of the javelin, and it falls away uselessly.
Oh no!
Also,
We set on
wouldn't
fire,
that-
really.
And it shatters inside him and kills him.
Yes, fine. This happens. Splinters explode. this javelin, right? He's picked it up. He's running with it. He's like, "We've stolen something of theirs. We did a good job. Scraven will reward us." And then it just shatters as a firebolt strikes it. You know, like the spearhead of the javelin drops down and jabs him in the eye. He falls face first, and it, like the pressure on it as he falls drives it all the way to the back of his brain. He dies.
Beautiful.
A cinematic death for a fucking useless guy with 1 HP left.
That's so perfect.
I have to say,
Perfect.
I love that guy's optimism. We lost 2 guys to steal a fucking javelin. Maybe we'll be rewarded.
They've lost 2 guys.
Intel, it's priceless.
Oh, I fucking love morons in this game. We did it!
We did it. We stole a ranged weapon that is worth, like, I don't even know.
We stole their ammunition. We're doing
I think it's about
things.
silver pieces, maybe?
Five silver pieces, yeah.
I love the idea that that guy would have jumped in front of arrows to try and grab them.
I'd say your average goblin carries more in spare change than that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So they came out. As of that point, they were at about 25 copper pieces worth per death.
Heck, if I was able to throw a hand axe, it'd be worth at least something. And they said 5 feet or a plate.
Yeah, give me a javelin.
They're all arguing over who should be the target of the javelin.
Lord Bucket, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna be a porcupine.
That's Lord Bunkin's turn.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so fucking endlessly funny. Oh, Bandito 5 is gonna...
Okay.
He's gonna move...
I'm moving.
He's gonna move 60 feet and run.
Wait. Rimmy.
Man, I'm getting a turn.
Garbanco turn.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were being a porcupine. Alright, what do you want to do?
I'm just sliding forwards, and I'm gonna cast Chill Touch again. That's all I've got.
Okay, sure. You tasking it with advantage or...
Is one... Yeah, I'm gonna cast with
human,
advantage.
Sure. Ooh-wee. That's a hit.
Advantage.
Give it damage.
Oh.
3 damage, you don't kill him. Yeah, the touch makes shivers to him the bone, but he's alright. Whoo boy. Okay, so Bandito 5 turns and dashes away. He is now 120 feet away. And he's just legging it.
And it's dark, so we can't see him.
Indeed.
Can we see him now?
No,
it's dark.
He's
He's
gone.
further than 60 feet.
Even with,
We'll get rid of
dark
the-
vision.
If I had my devil's sight, I could see him, but I don't. Not yet.
Someone sounds unhappy about that situation.
I mean,
I
my
got
longbow does
false
have
life.
the
I've gotten more use out of false life.
Alright, they're both like 90 feet away. I believe. So this one's 90 feet away, this one's 60 feet away, that one's 120. Nice little range barriers as they just fucking flee. Magnus!
He said it's 160 feet away.
I said 120. He was 60 and then run 60.
Oh, then is the campfire on, or did we?
Did you talk? Did you actually start the campfire?
No. Did you actually restart it?
Yep.
Okay, well.
In that case, I'm going back to bed. So I can't see shit.
Alright. So these guys start beating feet. Torbrick! What you want to do?
Useless humans.
Your crew is just going back to sleep. It's a mutiny, practically.
Well, it's fine. What's Scraven gonna do? Send more men to die for a fleet? He's going to send more of his men, throw more of his men away to inflict a very slight economic disadvantage on us.
If they want, they can come and die to my light hammers.
Next time they'll be back and they'll have stolen your rations and be like, "We've done it! Yes!"
So
These
I've got
guys
plenty
are
else to eat.
Well, whichever one of them was 60 foot away has taken 10 damage.
Okay, he
I think I
dies.
The closest one is 90, wasn't it?
Good. No, 60.
Yeah,
he was
60.
the one that
he
ran
fired
and shot
moved.
the last turn.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead now.
Gruju,
gone.
your turn.
I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go back to watch. I'm gonna sit down angrily and be like,
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back at the campfire.
Alright, cool. Does anyone want to do any attacks, or are we just gonna go back to them fleeing?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna chase the last human down.
I'll just not, because I'm
I'd
gonna
be
miss.
fair, actually. Adrian can chase down the last human because he moves 35 foot a turn.
Okay,
Yep.
alright, well,
It's gonna be running a long time, though.
Yeah,
Plus, I've got.
you have one move.
If he's 90 away, I've got the 35 and I've got the 60 darkness vision.
True.
Yeah.
So Adrian Axe, you move in, you can take your shot, but eventually you're gonna basically be away from camp, be drawn off on your own, if you want to risk it.
Well, take the shot and see if you kill him in this one. I'd say if he's 90 foot away, you have
Fucking
advantage.
hell with these rolls, dude.
He has a +7. Anyway, deal a longer
He might
damage.
crit. He might crit.
7. This guy I believe was already wounded, so yes, he dies.
I'm happy. I can go
It
back
is
to
just
bed.
the heavy crossbow guy
go
running
back
away.
To trance.
Now known as
Yeah, we left the pointy ears alive.
The pointy ears is fleeing, now known as the javelin bandit, shouting, "We did it!" as he disappears over the hills.
No, he wasn't the one that got the javelin.
He doesn't care. He's shouting because it doesn't even matter that you didn't keep the javelin. You destroyed the javelin, denying the enemy its ability to use it.
We pick up
Scorched
all
earth,
their
motherfucker.
crossbows.
Oh no!
At the rate of 5 men for 1 replaceable
4
javelin.
crossbows for a javelin. It's a good trade. Good trade.
Isn't it like the kind of person that would be happy with 5 people dying for a javelin would understand what scorched earth meant? He is literally going to hear someone say "scorched earth," run into our camp, set fire to the ground, and leave.
Can we have our long rest now?
Yes, you can. These guys were entirely fucking useless. Oh man.
Good.
There might be more though.
The hope there was to try and knock out who was ever on watch quickly, and then like maybe kill a few, like try and stab a few people and then run. They got nowhere close. Oh, these poor guys.
I mean, two natural 20s for sentry duty isn't going to be every time.
XP. You guys slept your slept.
Before I go back to the camp, I walk up and touch my 1 javelin and walk back grumbling about me destroying my other javelin. Like fucking.
And obviously, it doesn't
stupid
matter,
fireballs.
I would find somewhere that
These things are expensive. Bloody hell.
Not as expensive as hawks.
These things don't grow on trees. You need to forge. You see, this it's expert work. Pointing at the javelin head.
But set up
perfect.
Very effective.
They grow on the.
Very effective over short distances.
We can honestly probably sell the gear the dead guys have and buy you new javelin.
You buy me a new javelin.
I'm just going to mark down all the XP you've made.
I didn't buy him a new hawk.
How much experience do you need to reach
Going
level 3?
to.
Now, you guys need a fuck ton of experience because you have done a lot of stuff since
Killed
last
an
time.
ogre, killed 2 Nothics, killed 2 giant spiders, killed
Yeah,
3 ogrelons, and killed 4 goblins.
Yeah, there was
I'm an ogre.
I said the ogre.
These nomads.
Oh.
I mean, that's...
Well, we killed 2 ogres, didn't we?
1 ogre. Oh yeah, we killed 2 ogres. We did.
Was it 2? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
we
the
killed the
one that I
second one
picked
as
a
it
fight
ran.
with.
Yeah.
And now we killed 5 bandits. 3 ogrelons, wasn't it?
Am I going to
Yeah.
level up twice? Is this about to happen?
No, you might actually, because you're only like 10 XP off.
Okay, how many people have we got here? We got 1,
how many
2,
goblins?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
5?
8, 9, 10, 11. So it's going to be divided by 11. You will get
Yeah, the
304 XP. 305, rounded up.
Alright.
It's 900 for level 3.
6.
900.
900 for level 3.
Anyone
What's
hit
level
305, did you say?
How many experience is it to level
305.
2?
Does it count the last
300 experience is needed to reach level 2.
In that case, I'm level 2.
Can I have an
Huzzah.
extra 2 XP for learning
I'm
giant?
level 2 too.
Yes.
You didn't
by the
learn
way-
giant.
I
learned a word of giant.
Just so I can have 666.
The GM
Sure.
says he learned giant. He learned giant.
Super, you can go to 666 and Adrian, you don't learn giant, but you know that giant. You know the word for friend. You know.
Yeah, you know the word for friend.
Why have you only got
probably
666?
What else did he say?
Super, I've got
Probably like one of those,
713.
right?
He's
How?
tried a lot.
Because you also got some.
Because I had
roleplay
408 last time, and I
for a beautiful
305
moment.
there.
How did you have 408 last
Maybe
time?
there's a word for alone.
We got like
you're
100
like-
or something?
You're like
Yeah.
100 XP ahead of me. Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, I'm at 693, but I think Chorbrace might have gotten some roleplay experience.
It definitely
No,
wasn't
I-
100 though. I think it was.
No,
but-
I got like 10 for that. That was the time before. No, last time we got like 100 XP for something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Fighting the guys in the tower.
fighting the guys in the bar. That's it. So you
Oh
guys-
yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. So
So how much?
For like fish pulling the guy out of the lake. I don't know.
78 for that, I think.
no,
I
it was
kept
for the
track of it.
fight against the bar, against the guys in the bar. The
Oh, I didn't-
Scotland
I wasn't there
thugs.
for that,
Sorry, Scraven
but-
thugs. Fucking hell.
Torbreck.
Yeah, we didn't get
Torbreck
that.
wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm not
wasn't-
sure why you marked XP. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there, and I'm
Neither am
not
I,
sure
but I-
I've gotten it.
I was
I
drinking.
remember getting
I was
100 XP for something.
drinking with
I
guys.
remember being told we got XP for that.
Yeah,
I mean, you got XP for that. I wasn't there for that. I remember getting 100 XP for something. I don't remember.
I remember I definitely
Maybe
gave
it
you
was
like
for quest
50
completion or
roleplay
something.
XP. Maybe. Why
That was the session beforehand.
Yeah.
There-
I can't remember. Yeah,
Didn't we get
I
quest
recall giving
XP?
XP.
Something happened.
What?
Like
How
in
have we
the-
all
in the
forgotten
church?
this?
I wrote down that I got 78 XP last week. That's what I wrote down.
Didn't we get like 78 XP?
It doesn't really matter. You
last
guys will make
session?
more XP with time. Just mark down what you've got, and we'll roll with it.
So are we rolling hit dice or just doing the
We're all
average?
rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm level 2. I need help with that.
Oh, yeah, I need to find out what I'll roll now.
So
we could maybe take a break and like do the levels, and everyone else can like take a piss or whatever.
Yeah, I think we'll actually close up here for now because the next thing we'll do will be a big adventure. We'll get back to town. We'll do the little debrief, and that'll be that.
That puts me up to 4.
By the way,
holy shit!
the...
Oh, so that's a hit die, right? Okay, not actually leveling up.
So hit
Yeah,
points.
that'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? I could actually roll that high though with my.
Yeah. You could roll higher. You could roll 14.
That's what I rolled for my last level, 11.
I could roll before.
Yeah, I rolled something like that when I leveled up.
I rolled pretty badly.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. But I can turn into a bear now, so that's a cheap source of hit points.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
At level 2, I get hit points.
Yep.
I roll 1d6.
You roll a d6 plus your Constitution modifier. Your maximum hit points increase by that amount.
So I roll 1d6, 1d6 plus 3, but because this is my
yeah.
Your Constitution modifier is plus 3
on saving throw. But
no, not your saving
throw. Not your saving throw.
What's your Constitution score?
It's 12, so plus 1.
So that's plus 1. So roll 1d6 and add 1.
Or you can take a safer.
No,
you. Oh.
We're rolling. We're all rolling.
We're all rolling.
That's unlucky. That is unlucky.
So I get 9 health now.
Yeah, you get.
Malay is the glassest
you
of
are going to
cannons.
be parked in the back of the party the entire.
You're going to be needing that beauty sleep real often.
Let's be fair. I'm a melee guy and I've got 13
Well,
hit
he might
points.
not because he
Globunkin has 13 hit points.
He has such low HP. We could all just keep healing him. Like he's heals.
So...
Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
I can heal someone twice a day, and that's it.
People can heal the full pretty easily.
And few things I get.
9 hit points.
Do I get proficiency bonus plus 2?
No.
Nah, it's already
No.
plus 2. It doesn't change until 5th level when it goes up to plus 3.
All right.
You
So
get the benefits
sorcerers get level
outlined
2.
under sorcerer.
So we'll do the level up sometime either in between or next time at the start. But let's see what happens as we get back to town. So,
I think you just get some spell slots and another spell.
actually, real quick, Zarmus, I
And
assume
it's
you're
first-
normally leading the party as sort of scout.
Yeah, in the,
Cool, give me a
in the
quick
woodlands.
perception check there as you travel home.
I'm just gonna find this sheet. Remember, it is plus 8, not plus 4.
Oh
no.
Because it's
Wait,
it's
it's
so
plus
it's
8?
30.
Still a fail.
Well, yeah, it's plus 8 because if it's woodland, I get double, so it's 8, so it's 13.
You get double your proficiency, not double your wisdom modifier. Though.
Double your proficiency, yeah, so it's actually not.
Oh, so it's
8.
6. Okay.
Yeah, cool. So in that case, you do fail.
Unless it says double your I can
Yeah,
see.
and as you're sort of walking along, you head back through the obvious goblin traps, right? You know, you can see them, there's clearly like a rock trap sitting there. You can clearly see the tripwire. You're looking at these shitty traps, and then your foot caves way as you fall into a pit trap. You take 1
No,
damage.
like, dex save?
Hang on. There you go, 7 damage, because that slash means it doesn't roll properly. 7 damage, and you're just like in the bottom of this 10-foot pit. Like a little couple of spikes and
I thought it was
rocks at the bottom.
1d6 for every 10 foot.
The spikes and rocks at the bottom is mainly what causes all the pain.
Ow.
Yeah, it's just someone's just put a proper pit trap among the actual...
Can I get out on my own? Like, how deep is the pit?
It's only 10 foot, so you can
10
you
foot.
can just climb your way out.
Just sort of
you know
point
what?
my staff down into the pit.
I like if anyone saw it, like I'll wait like a minute or two to see if someone comes out to the pit. Otherwise, I'll try and climb out on my own.
Sure, like after a minute, the
Depends on
caravan
how far
catches
you
up with the
lead.
scout, and like Torber just sticks a staff down. You struggle out, cleaning off
thank
your
you.
wounds.
You're welcome.
Did you have a nice trip?
Not really.
Someone's getting hellish rebuked. Right, yeah. Yeah, so
I'm
you
the
guys
only person
continue
with
on.
hellish rebuke,
I'll
so
get
it's
it the
fine.
next level. Actually, Hellish Rebuke. It's a tiefling.
All right.
Yeah.
I was watching Yogscast playing the Star Wars RPG, and whenever someone made a bad joke, they got a
They
disadvantage.
got the
roll.
disadvantage roll, yeah. That's a really good series, that. If you guys ever want to play
A
that
lot of
Star
fun.
Wars RPG, that's a great RPG, that game.
Edge of the Empire is a lot of fun.
Edge of the Empire. Oh my god. The dice are just amazing. Anyway,
Let's finish this one off first, though.
So you guys head back to Haven. You travel through the doors just as the night starts to set on your probably 7th day of travel. You know, you're heading all the way back, winding
Is
through
the magic
past
stick still broken?
Oh, no, it lights up just fine.
Okay.
Why didn't it work earlier?
Well, you are
Because you don't
attuned to
shake it,
this.
you need to strike it.
You're attuned to this, so you know.
Am
Once
I?
struck, it has a period of time it needs to recover.
Ah, okay.
Let me describe the exact way it works. I've lost it. I've lost it. Where is it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Fucking notes.
I ate it.
Okay, here we go. So, striking it will glow with a blinding light for a moment, 2 rounds, enough to hurt the eyes of those sensitive to it, or to like basically blind someone trying to look at you. So the person holding it will have anyone trying to attack them will have disadvantage, and it's really, really fucking bright. Then there's a button on the bottom of the rod you can basically press to make it glow for an hour with a soft light. After that, it has to recharge for an hour. So you're basically like an hour after it's sort of recovered and is functioning again.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, as you have this discussion as you're rolling up to the doors of Haven. You basically head through. The guards welcome you back. They wave you in. They bring you inside the gates and close them again. Now, you guys need to head to the temple, which is where everyone is. So, here we go. The Temple of the Light. That's where you head towards. Basically, the bastion of rule in this city. You head back in, and Draid... To the stash? What?
I bring the heads in a sack, like a stash.
Oh, right.
Like,
all good.
so I'm not just carrying heads around a town.
Of course.
And
Draid, Grav,
I come with stay hard.
And Varor are all sitting around in the temple, you know. They're either working or training or anything, but as soon as you walk in, they all sort of gather up. And Varor asks, "So, how did it go?"
Ahoy there. We found your ogres. I pull a head out of a sack.
He nods.
It's a big head.
Yeah. It's almost as big as like your chest sort of thing. He nods. He's like, "Oh, a good kill. Clean."
Like, around like a tire.
Oi. There were 2 of them.
And he kind of nods.
A few half-ogre monstrosities. Ugh.
He shakes his head. It's a shame those beasts can come into this world.
And then I'll take out the Nothric.
We also found whatever this is. A pair of them as tall. Alice is like something called a Nothic. Nothing I've ever heard of.
Draid nods and goes,
Nothic are... I go
actually, I think, yeah, that's perfect. As you go to explain it, Draid goes, "Yes, Nothic are," and you sort of like just cut each other off as you both explain it.
Nerds.
Yes, Nothic were nerds.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah.
You just fought super nerds, essentially. Their disgusting, greasy glare can actually kill you.
Followed by fighting absolute idiots.
Forever, that javelin bandit shall reign. He's still following you. He will ambush you once more.
We'll come back like it's like an enchanted javelin is like fucking.
And you can guess his name
magical.
probably. It's probably Steve, right?
It's Steve. Steve the javelin bandit. He's come back. No, but Draid, yeah, she nods along and lets you explain. And once he hears the explanation, Varor sort of grins. He goes, "Well, was it good you killed them then? Strange beasts, but it's good to put them out of their misery.
Mm-hmm.
But please, come around."
I just thought it's going. So, when did we meet these beasts? I can't remember that creature.
He just like shakes his head and looks back and he grabs your reward, which I recall was 250 gold.
That's what I've got written down.
Beautiful.
Right, and do we get experience
yeah, it's 250.
reward too?
You do.
Completion
You do.
Okay.
That'll be about 100 apiece.
In a moment, man's still talking.
Chill it. Yeah, so you get
That's the stash quartermaster.
250 gold and 100 XP apiece as you complete the quest. And
nice.
Yeah. So, Varol sort of like reaches out and shakes all of your hands personally. Each of you, he shakes. He's still a little bit sweaty from training, but he like cleans up first and then goes around and shakes your hands and thanks you. He goes, "Thank you. These times are dark, but we must look out for each other in the Scorch. A dangerous place."
Aye. Had more trouble with Scraven's bandits as well, making the roads even more dangerous.
And they took one of my javelins.
His lip curls, and he goes,
And they interrupt my
"Scraven's
beauty.
bandits. Well, we've heard he's been recruiting just common thugs and criminals, even from our city now. Those we cast out, or those that escaped from the prisons. Have you ever heard
Do you know
of..."
if they're hiring?
And he leans in,
Do you know if they're hiring?
really conspiratorially, and goes, "Have you ever heard of one called Steve?"
Fucking Steve.
Steve.
No, I think everyone's heard
his
of
call
Steve.
sign is stealing javelins.
He leans back and he goes, "Bastard of a boy. He used to be a farm boy before he was caught for stealing pitchforks. Well, we threw him in the jails, but he escaped somehow. And I guess he's gone with Scraven's lot."
He's just a klepto that led astray.
He just likes pointy things, really.
Shiny. It
Yeah.
had a tip on the end that shined, and he liked it.
Out of character.
Yes.
Would I know how the judicial system works? How punishments for crimes work in
Very
this
different
area of the
on
world?
city. In this area, you wouldn't really know. You'd have to ask, the Lord
All
in
right,
front of
I'm
you.
going to ask him then.
All right.
I'm going to ask him then.
What are you asking?
So how do punishments work? If he was caught stealing, was he just put in jail? How long for?
And Varol bows his head. He says, well, we don't like to kill those, unless, of course, and, Grab nods along with this, they are tainted by the Scorch, the Dark, whatever it may be. But just common thugs and criminals, they serve their times in jail, or they spend their time serving the city itself. Everyone is needed in
Better
a
than
place
in real
like
life.
this.
You used to lose your hand if you used to steal back in the day. in real life.
Unfortunately, our group of merry men have a different philosophy.
I sort of looked to him inquisitorily. What do you mean?
Let's be honest. We don't really ask questions.
We ask questions. We just make sure they don't walk away.
I believe we had a lot
So
of
far,
questions about.
everything we fought has attacked us first.
Yeah, there's not been much in the way of negotiation.
Yes, it is.
There's been some.
Ogre
Not much.
ambushed the cave, remember?
The
cave.
ogre was
he
also
swung
the cave
at Magnus first,
but that was because Magnus was like, "I'm gonna fight you," right? But also the cave you attacked first.
No,
Also,
technically yes.
Also,
but they're
the
ogres.
goblin
The family of
that
goblins?
dropped around the corner, you attacked first. Also,
And
the
the
goblins in
goblin
the
women in the
cave didn't attack you.
Hey now,
Hey, now I'm sorry for proving your theory wrong.
the guy on the Wolf Rider attacked us. He
Don't
attacked.
forget starting mercilessly killing somebody on their hands and knees begging for life.
Yep.
Yeah, just stabbed in the throat.
Who ambushed us?
Rebels.
But to
Yeah,
be
they-
fair,
on the
I didn't
road.
see that because I was downed.
No, technically, they ambushed us during that engagement when I stabbed him in the throat.
I didn't see Steinhaller do that because Tobrick was down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, once this conversation is over, Varol goes, "Right, back to the living, are we? Yes, the judicial system is rough but fair. Those that break the law work their part in the fields."
No wonder they escaped so easily.
He's sort of like, his face hardens at that comment, but he doesn't say anything.
I mean, if you've got them working outside in the fields.
I asked him, how do you know if someone's touched by the Scorch?
So what?
Because he said that someone is touched by the Scorch. So
Ah,
I asked
right.
him, how does he know? when someone
Greed
is
sort of steps
touched
up
by it?
and she goes, "Well, if someone has darkness upon their soul, perhaps they do necromantic magic. Perhaps they," she shudders for a moment,
Awkward.
"perform foul rituals involving toenails and fingers." And she sort of says, "Any of these people, they cannot be allowed to live."
Yes, I agree.
Toenail rituals.
I'll give him a nudge and say, if you ever find yourself in need of an executioner, give me a call.
I say, yes, I agree. If someone is collecting toenails or assaulting people to collect them, they should not be allowed to live.
She nods along with her.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What if it's collecting your own toenails, though?
That's just weird.
That's just weird.
You probably should kill
Tobra's
him
going to
anyway.
walk away and find a
What if
well
you're a
and
hunter
get a
in the
drink.
woods? Your toenails have your scent. You don't just leave
I'm
that
gonna-
around.
Don't
I'm gonna
have
throw
your
some of my
scent.
pocket toenails
Not
aside and
some.
scramble away.
Oh.
I mean, a wolf might not be able to smell it out, but
Guys
like
are having some kind
weird
of crazy
magical
argument.
creatures.
Do you have any more work for us?
They sort of shrug for a moment. They go, well, sorry, Varor goes, well, for now it's just work around town. You can help out if you want, but I'm afraid no more at the moment. I do believe there is a few people in town who could look for your assistance, however. Aid is always required when it comes to the merchants and those of the land looking for protection.
Aye. We'll be in the tavern.
I tap you on the shoulder, Tobrick, and I look at you and ask, should we say something about the cave, the cave walls? You know, the blighted
as you're sort of like
stone?
tapping on the shoulder, Varor and Grav are walking away and like discussing something about maybe taxes or a wall or something. Grav's like, we need to build it taller, and he's shouting at that.
Might be worth mentioning something. Might be worth mentioning to Grav over a pint. or
And
something.
Andreid approaches on her own. She says, "Excuse me, may I talk to a lot of you outside for a moment?"
Outside the wall, or outside the building?
At the temple, please. She laughs for a moment. Outside the. Not only would that take forever, that is a stupid idea.
Okay then. I'll just
shrug. God, you don't have to be so rude.
She rolls her eyes. How did these people come back alive?
It turns out our enemies were even stupider.
I just,
It's like you
I mean,
guys,
ogres.
you guys thought, wow, they were really dumb for running away with those javelins. You say as you camp in the middle of the road with a giant smoke pillar like illuminating your location.
It wasn't in the middle of the road.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's just like
It's
the
just
dumb,
a
dumb, and
joke.
dumber.
And also, it was at night, so the smoke wouldn't be so visible.
It doesn't. It was a joke. Jesus fucking
We
Christ.
burn dry wood so that
Anyway.
there's no smoke.
It was a weak
at all.
joke.
Dreed
We do a
walks-
lot of stupid things, but that wasn't really one of them.
So
Okay. So
we go outside. What's she
You
got
head
to say?
outside with Dreed, and she sort of waits for a moment until the door closes and makes sure that no one's following you outside. She looks at a lot of you and goes, "So did you learn anything of the Scorch while you're out there? Why it appeared?"
No.
No.
Not anything I can think of.
We found
no.
a weird cave with weird stone, but there's hundreds of weird caves with weird
But
stone.
what's that cave in relation to the Scorch, though? I didn't... Because if it was right under the Scorch...
It was.
It
Remember,
was also
Probably
sort
is.
of black inside of the cave. Like there was the
Oh,
same.
was it? Oh,
remember
okay,
we went
never
off
mind.
the road
I
where
said
the
that also appearing of nothing is quite worrisome, and they are most attracted to magics and
well, we
magic
knew
items.
that off the road from where we walked towards the hill, that's where the Scorch moved.
She nods.
I'll sort of
Alleg-
describe this cave.
Allegedly.
The insides of it briefly.
Her face is a bit concerned. Like she's sort of nodding along with that. She's like, "A cave of." She's sort of listening, and then she goes,
Not sure if it's something to be worried about or simply mold or fungus.
Wasn't there a trembling while we were under there? By the way,
Yeah,
I don't
the walls
care. Wasn't there a
collapsed.
There
trembling we
were.
felt like yeah, okay.
It was less
Unusual
of a trembling
seismic activity?
and more of a crack, like a sudden, insane movement. And it's like when the wall fell away between Magnus and Torbrick. The next to Magnus and Torbrick, it just sort of fell quick, right? It collapsed into almost a hole as this large, just sort of diseased stone broke away almost in it's like a mirror cracking. It fell apart.
Could be a molding or some kind of fungi or moss breaking the stone, weakening it. And then perhaps underground creatures. Who knows?
Are any of us likely to know anything about this?
What do you mean? We
not
all were
really.
there.
As dwarves, we
Torbrick
know that
passed
there's
the
large
stone.
underground tunneling creatures, but other
Yeah.
than that, the
Torbrick
stone, I
passed
mean,
the
we didn't
check,
take a good
but
look at it.
He wasn't really sure. Unless you're going to study this further.
Wait, you're saying it fell apart though, and we heard it. So I'm saying we would have noticed that part at least.
You were next to
might
it.
not
yeah,
know
we
that
saw
it's
it.
diseased.
We
Yeah,
saw
that's
it
what I'm saying.
break.
Yeah.
But like we don't know why.
Yeah, I feel if it's something wrong with the stone, I don't know whether that's going to fall under nature or wizardry. I might look into it just as a sort of. I feel as a druid I should know, but
Well, either way, I
that's
think we should relay that information. So
that's
Well, we
probably
have.
going to take some time.
Yeah, I've just said I have. So.
Also, we did spot a substantial amount of goblins in there. There were at least 9.
There are at least
And,
2,664 goblins.
Raw said that there's plenty of goblins in the land, but the ogres were the trouble.
Yeah, but like we saw them, but we weren't any.
We saw
to
a
continue
whole
the fight.
full of 9 of them.
Anyway, Dreed sort of like
9 goblins.
at this point,
goblins.
Dreed's listening to this and she nods and she says, "It is the most concerning thing of this age, the scorch." And she kind of looks back to the temple doors. She goes, pauses for a moment, looks back. She goes, "Thank you for telling me this. Enjoy your reward." She smiles and like turns back to enter the temple.
Can I follow her briefly, or just at the entrance?
Sure.
Also, while she walks away, I yell out that, hey, we would be interested in fighting those goblins if you were so inclined to rid yourself of the problem.
She nods and she says, "Maybe talk to Varroa about that." And she quickly starts stepping away, as if she's got something to do. It's a thing where oh yeah, that's cool, yeah, it's really cool. She says as she's leaving, yeah, totally. Call me about that thing. Yeah, that'll totally happen. Yeah. As someone's trying to make their leave.
Captain.
Ordered a coffee.
Something doesn't seem right. I think they know more about this scourge than they're letting on.
Undoubtedly.
As
They've spent time studying it.
As you say, I think they know more about the scorch than they're letting on. Just this huge crack of thunder echoes through the air, and maybe for a moment everyone looks to Magnus, and they become concerned, but then they look up at the sky.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me, lads. I promise.
Yeah, they look to the sky, and then there's these huge storm clouds setting in, and for a moment you're confused because it seemed only moments earlier, when you were walking into the town, it was a bright, clear day. But then these huge storm clouds are setting in, and maybe that's where we'll end. The scene is it looks down the main street of the town, and thunder rolls through a large crack, and all the lights of the city sort of flicker on and off, and flicker on, and then go back to full again. That's sort of the shaking.
I have a flashback